So for the first video today, I want to talk about my potential run for city or county council. And in doing so, what are my goals and what are my aims for this? So the reason that I'm running for city or county council is a simple one, and it's because I've watched the mismanagement of our county for so long and the ability with which they've just ignored the average person. They've ignored what people's demands are. You know, people want more things to do around here. They want more. They want more economic prosperity. They want more jobs. They want more capability of doing a lot of these things. And I think that there are ways to effectively allow that through the government, and I think that that's the only way that I can get involved and institute real change for average people here in our county. So I think that that's the way avenue that I'm going down, and I want to essentially lower people's tax burden, lower the regulations on everything, introduce new things here locally if we can, or partner with people to bring something here locally and be able to actually have more entertaining things, more interesting things to do, so that it's not just boring, and we have more economic opportunity for people. There should be a lot of different opportunities and things going on here. There's a lot of unused real estate and things like this, and that may just be a part of the nature of the beast to some degree. But I think that there's a lot that we could be doing that would benefit our local communities a lot better. So that's part of my running. I also would like to implement, like I said, against taxes. I would prefer, no taxes if possible. And if we could generate revenue in other means and through other economic uh, tools, such as doing things like the anti-tax and the strategy that someone that I follow on Twitter has actually described, and if I follow the strategy correctly, I may I would have to get some insight from him on how it actually works. But the general concept of the anti-tax being revenue generation system without having to tax people would be a lot better, and I would think that the citizens will be more thankful, and they'll be grateful for not having to get the rubber stamp and pay for every little thing and get chipped away at every time that they go to do anything in the county. So these are some things that I'm laying out here, and what I'm thinking about. Um, Reducing all this burden on people, trying to improve their lives, and that's the main goal of why I want to run. Is I want to bring more economic prosperity and bring less regulation and taxation onto people. And the only way that I see that being done is not through me sitting here and doing my regular day job, not me sitting here um, doing nothing, but actually getting up, actually getting involved, and actually getting elected to be a representative on the county council. So this is why I want to do this. Is there's no other way for me to have direct impact without being in a position of authority in this way. And were there another way? Were I someone who could just economically influence it and just sit back and be able to be a silent observer in that way, I probably would. But I think that I've felt sort of a calling, and I felt sort of this deep in me for a while that I need to actually get up and I need to do something. And if I do, it's going to directly benefit all of the lives of the people around me, and that's the only way that I see sort of out of this mess of dealing with this vicious cycle of really bad economic times, with the way people keep on destroying local economies, and not trying to benefit the people here locally, and that's why so many people will move to the big cities. They'll move to do all these things because we don't have anything here to generate that sort of economic growth or prosperity, and that's why I think that there are other ways of going about a lot of these things, and incentivizing people to do the right things in the right way. Uh, these are some of the ideas that I have, and also just improving the efficiency and the overall efficacy of the government would be a huge positive for people overall in our local communities, and that's what I think is going to be the best thing for people here when they hear that they're going to be able to have someone who represents them that is not for taxing them more, not for taking away things that would benefit them, whether through their entertainment or through their through having things here, and being able to have a job and being, having that economic opportunity, being able to have those entertainment and family opportunities. They're gonna hopefully be all the way on board with that, and that's my hope for this sort of campaign here. I want to generate enough buzz to be able to try to push this county in the right direction. If I go for county, um, that's where I'm leaning toward. I'm leaning toward going for the county seat, and if I do, then it would be a huge boon to the people who live here, because then I can actually be have a seat at the table, so to speak. So um, these are it's been weighing on me for a long time. Uh, ever since basically since I've graduated college, I've always been interested in politics. I've always wanted to get involved, and I thought that just by talking about it, just by knowing about things, that it would help. That talking to people, trying to influence them, talking to family members, talking to these kind of things would help in some way. But it seems like that's just not what's going to drive. It's not what's going to move the needle. So I have to get involved, and I have to do something directly. And I've been reluctant toward it, but I really want to push for this now. And I think that I feel like I have the opportunity to really enact it, and uh, acquiesce toward this sort of um, toward this position, and be in this seat, and be able to run this more effectively, help run this more effectively, because there will be more people on the seat in other seats. But I think that this is the only way to get involved, really, and actually do something that will impact all of these people, and that they will, hopefully they will respond to real change, not fake change, not this, not the same guard, the same old guard doesn't do anything for anyone, only serves all of their own interest, don't care about anybody, and there's only so long that people will put up with this, and I think that there's a better way to do a lot of these things, and I have a lot of ideas. I would have to specifically look at each individual thing, and this is why I want a seat at the table, because I want to see what's actually going on. I have watched a couple of the different county council meetings, so these all of these things are important, especially after the rendering plant that they tried to get here. They tried to put a chicken rendering plant near our airports and our rivers. I think that should have been shot down immediately. It shouldn't have even been a thought that was entertained. Uh, these are people with who want real lives, and they want to really support this. This isn't some town in um, in the middle of Kentucky, where we don't have access to nice rivers. We don't have all of these nice things in our community that we can incentivize more prosperity and more growth, as opposed to just like, oh well, we'll settle for anything because because there's that's all we can do. Oh well, we can settle for a rendering plant for chicken uh guts to be spewed all over our local communities and all on our local airport and our local rivers. So I just don't think that settling for that kind of stuff is even entertaining the notion is unacceptable. So these are some of the reasons why that I think that I need to make my stand here, and this is why I think that I need to run for city or county council. And I hope that anybody who's watching will support me in the journey, and maybe um, I can sort of document it a little bit. Maybe I probably won't talk about everything, but I do want to document it a little bit. Talk about what things that I'm getting involved, because there's only one way to enact this real change, and you have to step in at some point and do something, even if it's just volunteering for someone else. I think that you need to be involved. You need to do something, because otherwise, all these other people get to make these decisions for you without your consent. And that's the whole point of this, is that it should be uh, determined somewhat, at least, by what the will of the people are. And that was the entire point of constructing governments in this way. But it seems like all of them have lost that. So I think that getting in there, and I will do my best to try to do my part. So hope you've enjoyed this video, just kind of me ranting and talking about um, my potential run for probably county council, but maybe city. That's why I'm going back and forth. I'm gonna have to see what's the better opportunity here, and what I'm more likely to win, and I think that's more or less where I'm at, is what am I gonna win easier. Um, so hope you have enjoyed that, and hope leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think about this, and I'll catch you in the next video.